Hello, good morning. I am Seema Garg, Associate Professor in Chemistry, SPC Government College, Ajmer. Today, lecture 1 is regarding structure and bonding. It is in syllabus of Organic Chemistry, Paper 2, BSc Part 1, Unit 1. Introduction. The structures of organic compounds help us to understand their chemistry. Organic compounds essentially contain carbon, hydrogen atoms. Other heteroatoms, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, and halogen may also be present in the organic compounds. The various atoms in an organic molecules are held together by covalent bonds, which may be single, double, or triple bond. In addition, these covalent bonds may form straight chain, branch chains, cyclic rings of various size, homocyclic, heterocyclic, aromatic, or acyclic. A covalent bond is formed by overlapping of atomic orbitals. Atomic orbitals. S orbital has a sphere of electron density and is lower in energy than the other orbitals of the same cell. A p orbital has a dumbbell shape and contains a node of electron density at the nucleus. It is higher in energy than an s orbital. There are 3 p orbitals in the same cell. Since there is only one orbital in the first cell and each orbital can hold a maximum of 2 electrons, there are 2 elements in the first row, H and helium. Rows represent the major energy levels. See here, first row, electronic configuration, H having 1s1 and helium is 1s2. Each element in the second row of the periodic table has 4 orbitals available to accept electrons, 1 2s orbital and 3 2p orbitals. Therefore, the second row elements are limited to 8 electrons. See here, total 8 electrons. Bonding joins of atoms, two atoms in a stable arrangement using only valence electrons. Valence electrons are outer cell electrons. Through bonding, atoms attain a complete outer cell configuration, which is like a noble gas. Covalent bonds results from the sharing of electrons between two elements. Ionic bonds result from the transfer of electrons from the one element to another. See here, valence electrons are outer cell electrons used in bonding. For hydrogen, valence electron is 1, carbon having 4, nitrogen 5, oxygen 6, and halogen having 7. Here, see here, in nitrogen 5, 3 are bonding and 2 are non-bonded electrons, where in oxygen, total 6 valence electrons, 2 are bonded and 4 are non-bonded. In halogens, total 7, right? So 7 electrons, 1 is bonded and 6 are non-bonded. Hybridization. Hybridization of carbon. Carbon and 3 p orbitals. See how they are hybridized. Carbon has outside its nucleus 6 electrons and therefore the ground state electronic configuration of carbon is 1s2 2s2 2p2, right? So this is the ground state electronic configuration, and in excited state it will migrate to 1 means 2s2 2pz. So its configuration is 1s2 2s1 2p1 2py1 and 2pz1, and it will take 97 kilocalorie per mole energy. And carbon hydrogen has a bond strength of 100 kilocalorie per mole. So total energy change from 400 to minus 97 is 300 kilocalorie per mole. Methane molecule, it having sp3 hybridized. Now, what is the nature of the 4 carbon hydrogen bonds in the methane? Since excited carbon uses 2 kinds of orbitals, 2s and 2p, for bonding purpose, we might expect methane to have 2 kinds of carbon hydrogen bonds. See here. In fact, this is not the case. A large amount of evidence show that all 4 carbon hydrogen bonds in methane are identical in terms of their length and strength. See here, hybridization of 3 p orbital and 1 s orbital. So 4 sp3 hybridized orbital in methane molecule. This is the methane molecule. Each bond in methane is formed by overlapping of an sp3 hybridized orbital of carbon and with a 1s orbital of hydrogen. So it is a tetrahedron shape of hybridized carbon. All 4 carbon hydrogen bond in methane are sigma bonds, because the electron density is concentrated on the axis joining carbon and hydrogen and are formed by head-on overlap of orbitals. This is ethane molecule. It also having sp3 hybridized orbital. Ethene molecule, ethylene, it having sp2 hybridization. In sp2 hybridization, see here, this is the unhybridized p orbital. This is the sp2 hybridized carbon. See here, unhybridized pz orbital. And this pz orbital, sigma bond are formed by end-on overlap of 2 sp2 hybridized orbitals. Pi bond are formed by side-by-side overlap of 2 p orbitals. The electron density in a pi bond is further from the 2 nuclei. Pi bonds are usually weaker and therefore more easily broken than sigma bonds. This is the planar shape. Carbon-carbon double bond is rigid and bond rotation cannot occur. So we'll get cis and transform. See here, this is the cis and transform. Ethyne molecule, sp hybridization. Here in sp hybridization, See here, one s orbital and one is p orbital. And unhybridized are two p orbitals. See here how it hybridizes. sp hybridized carbon. Comparison of carbon-carbon and carbon-hydrogen bonds. Methane, ethane, ethylene, and ethyne molecule. See here. This is the example for comparison of sp2 hybridized, sp3 hybridization, and sp hybridization. See in this molecule, all three type of hybridization we can see in this carbon is sp3 hybridized carbon. This is again sp3, this is sp3, and this is double bonded, so sp2. Thank you. In next lecture, we will see bond angle, bond density, bond energy, and localization of electrons.